this is all for the basics and the controls.
Short
Let's deep
corner
dive
favoured.
and let's talk about the net dribbling tricks that you need to start using. We are going to start things off with what's, in my opinion, the best dribbling trick that you can perform in this game. As you can
Well,
see
that's how
from
to
the clips
press.
that I'm showing you, you can literally go past a whole team. 6, 7
Threading
players
it.
doesn't matter. You can do that.
Well,
Basically, let's
unable
see
to
one
bend
six.
his
The
run.
two best
Offside.
dribbling mechanics are left stick dribbling, and the second one is the technical dribbling. If you mix them together, you got this.
Could
You
be
got the
dangerous.
best dribbling trick that you can perform. I'm going to show you step by step on how
Well
to
read
dribble
to put an
like
end
that.
to that
Okay,
attack.
let me explain and let me give you examples. This is
Thuram.
example number 1, and you are going to see
Drogba
the
has
ball
it.
literally start
Chance
into
maybe
my
to use the
player's feet. On
counter-attacking
this
ability
example,
to good
I'm holding
effect.
the R1 button, I am running forward.
Can he put it
If I
away?
keep moving forward with my play, I'm going to lose the
Well,
ball
a classic
because
example of
there
how to intercept.
standing tackle. So what you want to do in a situation like this, take your hands off the R1 button and start using the
Intelligent
left
threaded
stick
pass here.
dribbling. Like we said, the left stick
Can they
dribbling
open
is
things
for
up?
quick
Looking to
transport
double
and
his
that's
tally, but
exactly what I'm
denied on
doing.
this occasion.
Yeah, he's definitely getting involved, isn't he? Popping up around the box with real frequency.
Well, the short corner routine.
That's the number one thing about be unpredictable. And then when I got close to
She has teammates
take
around
my
her.
hands off the R1 button and start using the left stick dribbling again. And
Subimendi.
using the left stick dribbling, I escaped it from the defender, and now I have
Victor
got
Ibarbo with it.
space. So
Is
I
this
can
the
use
moment?
the technical dribbling
Opportunity
into that
here.
space, because
An
the technical
amazing
dribbling
piece of
is
goalkeeping.
running
I just
towards
don't
me.
think he can believe that
Exactly
that's
what
not
I
got
need
in, but he's
to
met
push
his
it
match
like
with the
this.
keeper.
Got
His
inside the box
superb
and then
reactions kept that one
finish.
out.
Basically what you want to do in game is mix the R1 dribbling with the left stick dribbling, and you are going to see the ball literally stuck to your player's feet and no one can get the ball off him. Another
Oh,
example
look
that
at
I will
this.
break
A
it down for
tremendous
you
run.
is this one. I pass the ball to
Oh, that's a
L1,
clever
then
ball.
I start
Can he?
using the R1
I
Ah,
thought
dribbling
that
again.
was going to
what?
be the moment for
When
the
I got
hat-trick.
close
Oh,
to the
what a game
defender,
he's had
take
so
my
far.
hands
You
off
can
the
see
R1
he's hungry for
dribbling,
another,
no more
but
technical
can't finish it off
dribbling,
this
start
time.
using the left stick dribbling.
Gervinho.
Because if you want to turn using the technical dribbling, it will take
Nuno Mendes.
time. The left stick dribbling is the best thing to use when you want to turn. And then when I got away from the defender,
Now with
start using
Musiala.
the R1 button
Oh,
again.
fancy
Why?
footwork.
Because I have
Oh,
got
might
some
be.
space with the
And a
R1
goal
dribbling.
to
I will get
delight the
more
fans.
space. And then
Just
when
what
the
they were
defender
hoping
got out
for.
to tackle, take my hands off the R1 button, start left stick dribbling again. I got away from the defender using
Well, he
the
stopped
left
them in their
stick
tracks.
dribbling and then finish. Now I know this might sound complicated, but it's not.
Throw-in has
Simple
been
one.
awarded.
All you have to do when you got space, R1 dribbling. When you see a defender coming towards your player, take your hands off the R1 dribbling and start
Saud Abdul Hamid.
dribbling. When you escape from the defender, R1 dribbling again.
Petit.
Really easy when you get used
Smart
to it.
defending.
If you mix these two together, you get yourself the best dribbling mechanic in this game. And this is a game changer. If you master
And he
this,
has
you are
options
going to be
available.
unstoppable when it comes to dribbling 100% from the clips that
Oh,
I'm
it
showing
might
you.
be.
It's absolutely crazy right now. And this is literally how you can get the best out of the new dribbling system.
And there's a quality defender in action.
Let's move on
Oh,
to
it's
the
close,
next topic.
that.
Let's talk about this
Seydou
move,
Doumbia.
as you can see from this clip. The first question that you are going to ask is that speed boost.
Ibarbo.
Well, yes and no. You will not get a crazy
There
speed
to win
boost
it back.
like AC25, where you get an animation of your player running like right on the floor. This will not gonna happen. But what will happen in game? You are going to get the best pace out of your player. So
This
basically,
could
you should
finish
use
it.
this when you have that space. Don't use it in tight situations. No, you can easily
And
get
what
the
a
ball back to
save.
your
It
player
looked
in
as
tight
though that
situations.
header was
Use
going
it
in.
when you have that
And there
space
it
on the
is.
wing,
A
for
penalty
example. Now,
given.
how to do
And
it?
a
I
chance
guess
perhaps for them to
the
finish
R1
this
button
off.
again, the control. And then all you have to do, press the running button twice, R2 twice, or RT.
And this might mean
What
job
will
done.
happen again? You play
And he
again.
finds the net.
Away from the
No
net,
difficulties
you are going to
encountered.
be running as fast as you can. You can
So
do
back
it by just
underway,
pressing
and
the
this
R2
game has had a
button twice.
roller
With
coaster
that, you are
quality
going to
about
see
it.
the same animation, but the reason why I use it with the
Thuram.
R1 button, it's because when you are already using the R1
That
button,
is
the
tackling of the
control
highest
strength,
order.
your player is moving faster. So when
Can
you
he
press
find the right
R2
pass?
twice, when you give him the ball time to run, he's going to be ready to run. I
Oh,
have
surely.
down the technical
There's the goal. Surely now. That
and I
is
found it
that.
way better with the technical dribbling. It's not
So
a
the match
speed
is
boost, it's not
restarted,
like
but you do
FC25,
feel
but
that is
sometimes,
that.
as you can see from the clips,
Lovely
when
weight.
players got really faster, but
And
in
he's
the end,
only
it's not a
gone and
speed
made
boost,
it a
it's
hat
a way
trick.
to get the maximum
Absolutely
pace from your
unplayable
player.
today.
Let's
What
talk
a
about
performance.
the first touch that you take with your player is so important, and I'm going to show you some tricks that you can perform with the
Successfully cut out.
First touch, always take the first touch to the safe distance. Don't rush
Good width from the Terriers.
because you can always lose the ball after the first touch. And I think everyone knows how important
Emmanuel
it is to
Petit.
take the first touch to the safe distance.
Now with
and then
Williams.
you can act. Now let's talk
Petit.
about the controlled first touch. And this one is
Oh,
really
could be an
good when
opportunity
you use
here.
it in
And
some
it's opening up.
situations, not in every single situation. No, before
Oh,
you receive
wow.
a pass on
Brilliant
the
defending.
on the R1,
I thought he was in there. Looked like a goal for sure, didn't it?
Teammates available. But they took care of the situation defensively.
The right stick to the opposite direction that your player is facing. This animation is the best one to get
And
away.
there goes the final whistle. And
So
the
this
home fans are going to be
first
happy.
touch is on the wing. When you want to pass the ball to your winger, there's the fullback marking you, so you can easily escape from the fullback using the controlled the first touch. This is literally the best situation to use it with, because when you want to use it to leave some space, you cannot use it in tight situations. It's not gonna work in tight situations. No, you need space. You need empty space so you can run into. You can easily escape from the defender and you can quickly get yourself into that empty space of the wing. You don't have to dribble around the player. No, just with the first touch you can do that. Next up, we are going to talk about the started dribbling. It returned to FC26, but sadly, the Ajax dribbling did not return to FC26, and I can understand why. The Ajax in FC26. However, for the scrap dribbling, the animation that you will get when you start holding the L1, L2 button, basically you are going to see your players slow dribbling and moving the ball between his legs while facing the goal. So, for example, if your player is not facing the goal, when you start holding the L1 button, when you start the started dribbling, you are going to see your player turn and face the goal. And this is the beauty of the started dribbling, because you can get many and many assists using the started dribbling. Your player will be facing the goal, and the ball will be literally between his legs. Now, the way that you want to use the started dribbling in game, I'm going to give you examples. As you can see from this example, I'm going, for example, that the ball is now on the middle of the pitch. I see my opponent start controlling one of the center backs. So in my mind, the center back that he start controlling, I know he is going to go for a tackle, bicycle, or basically just to try to put pressure on my player. So quickly, I started to use the start dribbling backward and slightly up. With that, I got away from the defender. And not only that, also my player kept facing forward. So now my striker is in the empty space. The center back got out of position, and now I can play the full pass to my striker. Another example that I'm going to show you for the start dribbling, I will sit the ball high on the pitch. I am the edge of the box, not many options, and I am not facing the goal. So I start holding the L1 button. Now my player quickly turns around and he is facing the goal. And now because I'm facing the goal, I can play a full pass knowing that it will go. Because my player has vision to play that pass, and that's what happened in Venice into the top corner. The started dribbling can be absolutely amazing if you are playing against someone who rush out with the center back. Using the started dribbling, you can get away from the defender. Not only that, also because your player is going to face the goal, so for any other players trying to get in behind, you have got the vision to play that through back to them. If you are using the information with that two strikers, the started dribbling is the most. And the last thing that we are going to talk about is, of course, the technical dribbling, aka controlled sprints. And if you are struggling with the technical dribbling, if you think that it's not good enough in game, the main problem why everyone struggles with the control sprint is because you hold it too long, or you use the control sprint to go into a defender. That's the biggest mistake. Because when you hold the R1 button, when you start using the technical dribbling for too long, you are going to start losing control of the ball. Because your player over time is gaining pace, and with more pace, you are gonna have less control of the ball. And that's why many people struggle with the R1 dribbling. But when you use the R1 dribbling with the left stick, for example, it's going to be broken, just like what I have shown you. The best tip that I can give you, don't overuse the R1 dribbling. You are going to lose the pace of your player and the control of the ball, and your player is gonna take some touches that are absolutely stupid if you overuse the R1 dribbling. Start using the technical dribbling, and then when you see a defender coming to set for tackle, switch to left dribbling. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the video done. If you have any questions, let me know on the comments below. Try my best to explain everything. Still, if you have any questions, let me know below. I hope you enjoyed this video.
rainbow. Very, very simple to do. All you've got to do is do a rainbow. How do you do a rainbow? So you flick your RS basically backwards and then forward. So if you imagine the way he's facing the right side, don't forget all skill moves are relative to the direction you face. If I'm going upwards, then it's down and up. You see that? If I'm going right, it's behind and right. So remember this. Anyone who's used SC26 always bear that in mind. So for example, this one you flick your RS backwards and then forwards like this. Simple, and it's really cool. You can do it when you're standing still. And you might have seen some of those clips that people have been showing on TikTok when you are the goalkeeper. I actually love it just doing this, like stuff like that. The only downside is you're doing the trick to play style. I believe it's a 5-star skill move as well, but you need a trick to play style to do it. I believe you can do like slower versions. Let's see, 5-star skill, you get the best variation of it, if I'm not mistaken. But again, simple, back and then forward. Sick and tired of losing in FC26. Do you want to get better in FC26? Guarantee. Well, you can conjure an FC score series now. We will guarantee you will improve all your money back after the first month. There's no risk. You might be thinking, what's different from the YouTube channel then? Well, the videos are in structured format. You start from the beginning and you learn all the way up. It's progressive system. So what you learn in the first video, you go to next video. So you start all the way from the left side dribbling, then you go to defending, you go over the key passes. Once you learn the structure of the system, you get satisfied. Because we started a new module, a panic community module this year, for those that really want to make the improvement and go towards the higher end rank 1 and elite level. And don't forget, we've got videos uploading on a regular basis with in-depth videos going through the theory, the gameplay, the pro analysis, gameplay, examples, everything will be there. Click the link down below, patreon.com/NoGuys, or click the link in the description or the bio for more information regarding the course. Now, while on that, we might just swiftly move over to the opposite direction. So that was back and forward. Forward and then back is also a new, they call it advanced quick flip, okay? So you flip your right analog stick forward again, and then you flick it backwards. So this skill moves opposite way. Very, very simple. Now there's a normal skill flip, and there's the advanced skill flip. Now, the advanced skill flip is a 4 to 5-star skill move, but the way to practice is contextual, and it depends what angle you're facing. So what they say is, this is what they say. If you use 45 degrees, 350 degrees, and 0. And the way that they say to do it is, you go forward, backwards, to the left, on your left, right, forward. So that's the way you do it. 45 degree angle. Now, do I see myself probably using this? Honestly, I don't think so. I think if you can use it and you can combine it in a certain way, maybe you like using it, maybe like around the goalkeeper, something like that. That could be something. I've not tried it in an online game, but maybe this could be something I've mentioned. But something like this, if you need to be the goalkeeper, it could be something to mention. This goalkeeper is on legendary, but even then, it still doesn't act the same as an online goalkeeper. Even like the goalkeepers on legendary, I always find that they're not really the same. But look, I think inside the box it could be useful. I'm not going to be using it. I'm not going to really spend too much time on it, but that's how you do it. So remember, put your RS forward and then backwards. Okay, now we're really going to the most meta one of them all. This one is called the explosive step over. Now, the step over has been nerfed, but now with this explosive step over, you can get cells to accelerate of like explosive. You can use it to dribble, and then you can use it to quick step if you want to make a skill move. Now, the way you do this is, so first I will talk about step over. To do a step over, let's imagine a clock, okay? 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Okay, that's your right analog stick. To do a normal step over, you want to go from 3 to 6 p.m. So watch. Watch my controller. 3 to 6. Yeah? If I do it quickly, you do one step over. Okay? I can also go from 3 to 12. You do single step over. So that's how you do it. For anyone that's wondering, if you see those pros do it, that's how you do a step over. And you just do one just like that. That's how you do it. All you do now is you hold L1 and do one step over. So L1, one step over. And your player cannot shift the body weight to one side. And then you kind of turn into that direction. And that's why I think that speed boost is. You get that increase in velocity there. So where I see this being useful is imagine someone's in front of you, you do that to shift an angle. Because you see, if you want to go down, like a by the way, no guys, normally it's the is used to get the speed boost into that area. What they've done is they've nerfed the speed boost so you don't get that same speed boost all the way across. But with the explosive step over, you actually kept that speed boost. It's kind of like they've nerfed step over, but then introduced a new skill move that gives you a speed boost anyway. It can be used like here, and that's where I think it's overpowered. Okay? I think the right hand you're going to be seeing this used a lot. You're going to get a timing right. Let's say if you can drive into the space. Where I think it's really effective is driving into, like let's say the entire game I was using it one way, and you knew I was going near post. You can do the same thing, you can exit upwards, and that's when I think it's the most effective. Because now you're tricking your opponent, you're playing mind games. Because first of all, you're driving into the space, taking the shot to see how quick it is, right? And then we're doing the same thing, but we're exiting in the other way. So again, it's the same thing, L1, left and right, exit upwards. You see, you get that, it's almost like a double speed burst. You get the initial speed boost, and then you get that upward speed boost. You see that? And I feel like it's just quick. It feels quicker than you think inside the game. And defending, I tried against it, defending it from my mate. Defending against it, it's pretty hard. Because you've got that zigzag motion. You heard it first. You've got to probably adjust that line. Anyway, now we're going to go over to the new one, another very, very important one. Now this one is called the elastical variation. So the elastical is very easy to do. 6 o'clock again. So imagine 12 o'clock, that's 6 o'clock. Basically, to do an elastical, you want to go backwards. So imagine like a backwards U-shape. So you want to go from 6 to 12 in one swift motion, or 12 to 6. It can be either way. So there's two types. So you can see that I'm going to go from 12 to 6. You go do it quickly. That's the reverse one. See that? And again, it's a 5-star skill. This is pretty good inside the box. You got a fake stop. Elastico, Teflon proceed. When I used to be a skill merchant like 10 years ago, I used to use whatever it was. I used to use that sometimes. The other one is the same thing. So that was 12 to 6. Now we're going to go from 6 to 12. Okay? And then that's the normal.
السلام عليكم.
So you see two variations.
هلا
You got again. First elastico.
واش هادي ما جبرتوش كيفاش نديرو هاد الصرجة؟
برجع
لا بغيت هذاك اللي كيدخل هنا ما جبرتوش. شحال كاين عندنا ديال هادو؟ جبرت عندكم هنايا واحد هذاك ما نحطها لتحت نشوف واش كنشوف. بغيت علاش شفت انا بهاد الكل. غدا ان شاء الله فوقاش خصك تاكل
كوني خير كنت
وانت ما تعرفش شحال دير الطريق. قيل انا واش ندير التايمات الجاي حتى بلال الا غياكل معاك
نمشي معها فين نمشي من هنا أخطر دي سمتين
كان ندير اتايمات الجاي احسن حتى ياسير بلال كيمشي بكري. هاد الطريق ديال فومر راه كلشي محبوس عرفتي هاكا
الفمر
بيفوق بيت زعما منك الا بغيتي تمشي للمدينه ولا زعما الطريق ما تمشيش من تما فين فومر
أنت فين يعني
كتعرف كلشي محبوس تما يعني الا بغيتي تمشي روح بغيتي تمشي طريق كبيره تما
يا زوزون
صافي انا قلت غير باش ما تمشيش من هنا تجبر كلشي محبوس حتى انا ويما ما قدرناش حتى ندوزو من هنا كلشي تما كيتعدل هي مع داك الكومبا ديسانس شويه مع شويه لهنا كلشي محبوس كلشي ما كلشي نهبطو من فومر ديك الجاي بشي. المهم انا غنديركم التايم عاد الفجر صافي ياك ما عندكش شي حاجه تلبسو في الدار البيت ديالنا لا عندك شي حاجه تلبسو في البيت ديالنا ديك الساعه جبدو ديرو
ديك زبرت تريكو يعني ديك بيت الشورت
بيت الشورت وزبط التريكو غنديرو لك أنا كلشي نقول والله
عملت موقع.
زعما
Fourth five-star skill move. Again, it's the same combination as the elastic. The difference is if you're jogging, you're going to end up doing elastic move, and if you're standing still, you do a heel to chop. I actually really like this because I can imagine like a fake stop and then do the heel. It's kind of like the drag back you're going full. You know, like the old school drag back, have the drag back like this. You know, like FIFA 19 days, drag back in. So you remember that? Drag back, bring the ball back, and taking that shot. Now you can use this, but to go forward. There isn't really, I mean, apart from like using like an L1 speed boost and going backwards, there isn't really any form of like skill move. I think maybe you could obviously skill but to bring the ball backwards. So you can do this both ways. So it's like this, or like this. It's just like the elastic that you do it two ways. Where I see myself using it is like maybe like here, like to give me an angle. Maybe let's say someone is jogging and they focus to do this one way. I do a fake stop, do a trick, and I go to one elastic mode, or I can do, for example, a fake stop with the full animation commit and then do the new drag and chop skill move. Now, what's interesting is, see this?
غنديرو هنا هنا
You can, if you're not stop standing still, you take the stick now.
برافو.
إوا دي معاك اش دي معاك الخبز دي معاك اش كدير ولا مع ستيريكس
كاين خص.
سنمرك نعط عرفتو
مهم.
ما البنان ما عندناش بعدا حيت ما كاين فلا حتى واحد نشري دي معاك الماء ودي معاك الكيس ديك الساعة دي شي جوج قراعي د الماء عندي الماء شكون شريتو
واخا.
الماء تحت الدروج بس شي جوج قراعي وزد الماء مغروم
Simplified skill moves, I'll be honest, it's probably not worth using. I think if you're not that good at skill moves, it's a good accessibility option. Okay, simplified skill moves. So you can see this is what the website says. Basically, you flick your RS and forward arrow as you did normally, doing the same thing. Basically, a fixed skill move. So if you flick your right stick forward, you do a low skill roulette. That's if the player's got 1 or 2 star skill moves. Let's say a goalkeeper. If you flick it to the left or right, you do a 4-star. When you look at all 4-star skill moves, you can see with the right stick, left is right, with the stop is left, and then a 5-star is a drag and turn. Number one, consistency is going to tell the different players, unless everyone's got 5-star skill moves in your team, it's complicated to remember which one's which, what players got what skill moves in the team at the moment. Number two, this is because of the ball roll. The ball roll is very effective. We all know this. It's very easy to move it right on the stick. Right? When you have 3 or 4-star skill moves, it forces to stop and turn, and I can't do a ball roll. That's number one reason. That alone should be the reason not to use. Okay. But number two is, the problem is they take longer to perform. So unlike the conventional counterpart of a normal skill move, it's much harder to train as well. So is it really worth it using simplified skill moves? So this is what I would suggest, okay? I would much rather you do a ball roll and everything runs perfectly. And maybe just choose 1 or 2 skill moves. A simple fake shot, like a simple fake shot, in my opinion, is really, really good. It might be all you just need. I just use less equipment and I use 1 or 2 skill moves. So maybe just 1 or 2 skill moves and you feel like it's a full win. That's what I recommend. basically backwards and then forward. So you just basically rewind with more skill moves relative to the direction you face. If I'm going upwards, then it's downward. You see that? I'm going right.
Aus for this house.
Backwards and then forwards. Simple, and it's really cool. You can do it when you're standing still. And you might have seen some of those clips that people have been showing on TikTok. Or you can also do it when you're moving. I've been loving just doing this, like stuff like that. The only downside is doing the trick. I believe it's 5-star skill move as well, but you need a specific play style to do it. I believe you can do like slower versions, but then you've got the 5-star skill, you get the best variation of it. Again, simple, back and then forward. Sick and tired of losing FC26. You want to get better in FC26 guarantee, well, you can come join my FC School series now. We will guarantee you will improve all your money back songs within there. And then you click it backwards. This skill moves opposite way. Very, very simple. Now there's a normal heel flick and there's the advanced heel flick. Now, the advanced heel flick is a 4 to 5-star skill move, but the way it works is it's protected. And it depends what angle you're facing. So what they say is what they say. It can be used at 45 degrees, 350 degrees, and 0.
You're a dead man! I'm sending you straight to hell!
Video von
And the warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the technical and tactical analysis, is Stuart Robson. And we have a foot rivals match coming up for you. How do you see it panning out?
Well, as always, I'm looking forward to this because both teams have strong aspects to their game. Both managers like to play attacking football, and we've got some good matchups all over the pitch.
So the first half begins. Let's see what unfolds. And here's the starting lineup for the young boys. Gabriel plays alongside Joshko Gvardiol in central defence. Anthony Elanga plays with Federico Chiesa on the flanks. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack. And this is the initial 11 for the visitors today. Pedri starts alongside Rodrigo de Paul in central midfield. And up front, Heung-min Son is the lead striker today. Xavi Simons. Well, they stopped them in their tracks. Ulises Garcia. And he has options available. Very alert defending to cut off the supply.
Now let's jump over to some of the examples where I think the driven is the thing I use the most. As you can see here,
That's a good-looking pass.
I get inside the box with Dembele from the left side. This is what I meant.
A good and fair challenge.
It's kind of weird angle, but here I perform the ball roll. I have like 45-degree angle, I would say, to the far post.
Nice looking move, this.
I hold R1 whilst I tap the shooting button twice.
Lionel Messi!
It goes slow.
Well, no way through.
Well, that's how to defend the edge of the box.
I really like this way of finishing.
Federico
So this is
Chiesa.
something you really need to get into your gameplay. Right here, I have an example of the low-driven power shot.
Well, it's a debut
I have the
for
ball with
Pedri,
the
and I must say we're very excited to see how he fares. What should we expect to see from the newcomer?
Well, he's a good player, no doubt about that, and he will certainly improve their midfield. I just hope he settles in quickly and shows us what an
Oh,
effective...
sure, a chance! Oh, it's a really well-timed challenge.
With a player that has the power shot playstyle instead of the low-driven playstyle.
Now,
I'm not
who
sure.
can he play it to?
Try it out. It's definitely an interesting mechanic to explore with, experiment with. Most of the time, things
Vivian.
that get introduced in the game
Now with
always
Pedri.
find their way to work. Then here from the corner
That
kick,
is a
you can see
magnificent
I managed
run.
to find Rafinha. This might not be an easy
Nice
finish,
sequence,
especially
this.
because we can't time it free. Usually,
And an
I would
opening.
say
And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do
here I go for
nicely.
the low driven. It doesn't get blocked. Goalkeeper doesn't get close.
Well, a really good
I
run.
would say if I shot this for regular finish, the chance wouldn't be as big.
Read it well.
Yeah,
Next
that's
one.
the way to win the ball
Also
back.
interesting.
Good reading of the game.
Driven Rivella with Mbappe in this game. Obviously, players
Rodrigo
can
de
only
Paul.
perform Rivella with inventive play style. This is correct me if I'm wrong. Here with
Oh,
Mbappe
brilliant
and goes for the ball
goalkeeping.
roll into the double step finish. Finishing low driven makes it really easy because you just know
Playing it
you're gonna
short.
tap it. You don't really need to aim it that great. But most of the time it's going underneath the goalkeeper or the goalkeeper.
Can they set up a chance?
One of the prime examples here with me, I
Top
have
class defending.
as the low driven play style. So
Decent looking pass.
that means the low driven with her is obviously going to be insane. Edge of the box, I managed to find some space. Low driven finish to the far post.
Went
There's
in
nothing
strongly,
to go.
decisively.
And I think these examples show.
And it's Messi going
the low
forward.
driven is
What's he
still
going to do
very,
next?
very good. So make sure to keep
And
your
Messi's
gameplay.
incisive
Didn't
pass.
have it last year.
Well,
Make sure to
somehow
get
the
it.
goalkeeper got to it. Taken short.
And will definitely help you to finish it strong.
Pedri.
That being said, I think I gave you enough information about the low driven. All I want
Could be
to ask you
dangerous.
guys, put your thumbs up on this video, leave a comment down
Can he
below.
finish?
Subscribe
Oh,
to our
that
channel.
surely had to go in. But marvellous defending.
Again, thank you
Keen
guys
to take
for
it short here.
Ciao.
Upamecano. Could be. And that's an easy one after a disappointing attempt.
Well, you have to take those sort of chances, that's for sure.
Dribbling feels completely different
Anthony
than
Elanga.
Sprint 6, but the real question is, how can you use it to destroy the defenders this year? In this video, I'll show you the
Well,
actual
they tried
techniques
to
you
keep
need
the move going.
when
Great
to use
effort to
them.
keep that one in play.
and how to turn these changes into your biggest weapon. First, the way your player touches the ball
And a lot to like
contributes you.
about this
The
attack.
intervals between touches are just faster. Your player hugs the ball tightly, perfect for quick reactions.
Messi.
This will
Well,
make
it's all
Messi.
going
improvement
so
to
swimmingly
electric
for them
dribbling,
here.
and this way,
Another
the
goal.
jar dribbling
And
receives a
now
big bump.
it's a
That
matter
middle
of
gear
avoiding
between
any
walking
silly
and sprinting
mistakes.
finally feels smooth. If you want to control the tempo, like slowing defenders down, then exploiting past them, jar dribble speed and ball direction are way more reliable this year. The key to getting the maximum benefit out of this is to control your left stick input on
Oh,
every
they were
single
in a
touch your
decent
player
position
makes with the
too.
ball. My
Well,
personal
nice
tip
approach
here
play,
would
but
be
the
to watch
final
people
pass
tension,
wasn't quite
bait
good
them
enough.
to a single spot with your first touch, and then with the second, turn away from that spot to take them out completely.
Anthony
In fact,
Elanga.
here's how I do it. When receiving the pass from a teammate, I control the ball
Rice
away
with
from
it.
him towards the upper right side, and seeing
Nicely
this,
timed
he will make
tackle.
his defensive move towards there, which is why I give
And
the
Messi
next
in a
step
good
of the
position.
left
What can he
stick
and his
exactly
teammates
towards
do?
the opposite side, and then towards the left. The improved responsiveness of dribbling allows me to easily get past the
Must
defender.
be.
I pass the ball inside, do the same thing once more. Bait the defender out, turn around with two touches
Oh,
away from
reacting
him,
in a
get
quick
a
leap.
defender to do the same, and then finally score the goal. And then there's
To
those
go
extra
short.
touches. Whenever you pull off a sharp drastic turn, your player digs in with a bigger touch that pushes the ball into that space. That small detail makes those sharp cuts feel
Splendid
more
challenge
authentic,
that.
but also more effective in breaking free. In short, dynamic dribbling isn't about flashing buttons. It's about giving you more freedom between the lines. The closer ball control, better turns, and natural tempo shifts
Oh,
finally
that's
make
really well
dribbling
done.
something you can trust under
Could put
pressure.
one back
The
here.
transition phase
Oh,
from
good
25
save.
to 26 can be a bit harsh. It becomes a focus points, but we
Favouring
are
the
here
short
to
one.
help. With our one-on-one coaching services, you can already learn and adapt the sequence of those 26 that you
The first
discover.
half
And
here
the best part
comes
is,
to an
you
end.
can even have coaching at the start of the season. Check the links below to see what fits better for you and already get one step ahead of the curve. If dynamic dribbling gives you control with your feet, shielding is what gives you control with your body. And in FC26, shielding finally feels like a proper tool instead of a panic button. The entire system is more powerful. Holding onto the L2 T button and pointing your left stick away from the defender will help you put your body between you and them. There are several ways you can use this efficiently this year. First, you have shield trapping. When you receive a pass under pressure, your player then uses their body as part of the first touch. That
Back
tiny
underway
change makes
here,
a huge
and young
difference.
boys know
Instead
they've
of
got to
instantly
show a
getting
big
muscled
second
off,
half
you can
improvement.
actually protect the ball from the moment it arrives.
And he's made
Secondly, the
headway.
transitions out of
A
shielding are way
goal
smoother.
as they cut
Now
it
you
to
can
their
hold on,
advantage.
hold the
Still
defender, or
plenty of
burst into
life in
space
this
almost
match.
seamlessly. That unlocks a whole new
Well,
rhythm
back
of the
underway,
ball.
and we have
And
to
the best
wonder,
part is the
can young
shielding
boys
part.
come up with another
Imagine you're
goal?
posted up with the defender breathing down your neck. Instead of that sluggish 180
And
turn
a
from
good
last
challenge to
year,
bring that
your
attack
player now
to an
comes
end.
in, leans on the opponent, and spins out with a bit of
Koromani,
power.
and
For
he's broken
strikers holding
free.
up play or midfielders under pressure, this makes shielding a genuine offensive option. Put it all together, and shielding isn't just
Pedri.
about surviving anymore. It's about dictating the duel. If you combine
Can
shielding
anyone
with the
stop
faster
her?
jog dribble, you can suck defenders in, spin away, and control the
Son.
tempo exactly how you want.
In it
To
goes.
maximize your
He's made it a
FC26
break for
experience with
himself.
mechanics,
No
I
stopping
strongly
him
suggest taking a
apparently.
look at our Grinders program, where we offer you even more additional services like group coaching
And
sessions,
running in behind.
specialized training programs, and much more. Coming to
Attempting
the
to
Met
place
left
the
tandjes
is
ball
tegen.
in the
Wat
back of the
fuck.
net.
26,
Not going
controlled
according to
sprint.
plan.
And this is the bridge between delicate dribbling and going full pace. When you trigger it with the
Simons.
R1, RB
Well, it
button,
could be on
your
for him
player
here.
pushes the ball slightly ahead, but
Oh,
keeps enough
excellent
control to
goalkeeping.
change direction quickly. Think of it as a balanced acceleration.
And
Fast
played
enough to
short.
beat defenders, but still enough
It's
to
been
not
aimed
release the
towards
ball
the front
instantly.
post.
The real
Well,
advantage
pretty
comes in one
straightforward
versus
for
one
the keeper, you've got to
situations.
say.
If you're facing a defender, controlled sprint lets you bait the tackle. You can
Heung-min
show
Son.
them the ball, then cut away with just enough control to escape. It also works brilliantly in transition
A
play,
chance to
where
whip
you
it
need to
in.
carry the ball upfield without losing momentum. The
Still
key
seeking
is though when
space.
to use it. Controlled sprint isn't about spamming, it's about mixing tempo. Slow jog dribble to drop in, shield
A capacity of only 6,000 inside the Johan Cruyff Stadium. They're here for an extra week.
they can't yet move into the Monturing. This is the starting 11 tonight. Antti Flicksetti full again. Pressure things up. He has done that with Garcia alongside Christensen in defence. Pedri is a
Crazy. Crazy. Ja, det var زي كان مخليه خاصة برور. كارت بي برور. Pedri. 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 Pedri.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray and looking forward very much to getting tactical insights from my commentary partner, Sue Smith. And we've got action from the Division Rivals League coming right up. What are you expecting to see?
Yeah, I can't wait for this one. They've been in great form recently, and the crowd will give them that added boost too. I'm sure they'll be looking to put on the entertaining football that we've seen from them lately as well.
Oh, it's a superb challenge. Very timely.
Oh, superb tackle. I love that.
Well, here is the lineup for the hosts today. Rodrigo de Paul starts alongside Pedri in the centre of midfield. And operating up front today, Messi! Oh, so near, off the post. Well, the move breaks down. And teammates around him. It's looking promising. Well, the attack fizzled out. Son. It's a weighted pass. Must take the lead here. And they have. You've got to say, it has been coming. Back underway. And 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. That is tackling of the highest order. Mateus Cunha. Promising looking ball. And running free here. And the referee has given them a corner. Going short. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence.
Yeah, it looked really promising that, didn't it?
And Messi in full control of the ball here. Well, that attack collapsed completely. Bozdoğan. Teammates available. Took a really smart piece of defending to stop them. It's a neat move. Messi. Well, they would be in an even worse position were it not for the keeper.
Yeah, that's a save to remember, isn't it?
Well, they're going for the short one. Corner again.
Serious, honestly.
And taken short. Fancies it.
Antes de que cierren el
Zaccagni. And here's Cunha. Released it nicely. And this to level it. And it's in. All square again.
Hello.
This is turning out to be. Back underway. Level pegging. 1 goal apiece in this game. Upamecano. On to Pedri. And moving it forward. But they dealt with the threat posed. Eva Payor. And beyond the last defender, offside. And a strong tackle. And just like that, broken up. Well, he's certainly not alone. But they took care of the situation defensively. And that is how to beat your opponent. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards. So the ball is rolling again. 2-1 the score. What's going to happen next? And the chance slips away. Messi. Oh, big moment.
Parkola.
Grabbed another one. 2 goals in quick succession. Now they have the lead. No wonder they're celebrating. What can she do with it now?
Bro.
So a throw in here.
recall that comment. Borderlass rejoined the club. After a spell respectful.
Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Now he must favour the cross.
Administrative issues.
And he did well to cut it out.
Yeah, no messing about there. He saw that coming, didn't he?
Here goes Pedri. Does he shoot? Does he pass on to Martin? To Ferran Torres. And they get it
that's a fine
away.
save.
That's happy.
Corner kick delivery from Toni Kroos. Just far too close to the goalkeeper.
Swung his left foot at that rather than letting it run to his right foot.
Cascarino.
Kiko Femenia with a little shot.
Trying to tee it up. Is this the moment?
Martin. Liverpool player Kiko
Could
coming in.
catch them on the break.
Learned his trade at Barcelona as part of the B team a decade and a half ago. Now here is one of the veteran
And
players
easily
making up
intercepted.
the Tafe squad.
Son.
So off to their major assets.
That's
Who
a good-looking
chased on to
pass.
Crystal Palace. Reviewed to a €120 million signing, and
And here's
Alderete
Cunha.
signed for Sunderland of the English Premier League.
Toni Kroos.
Alderete is defying the odds.
On to Payor.
His team
Could be. And it goes to reduce the deficit. Still very much alive and kicking. And there it is, the half-time whistle.
Mayaran and Miso. Three in central midfield, as you can see there. Back five. They're going to have to work out when they can press a little bit higher. Towards Koundé and Martin under a bit of pressure. Good play to start with.
Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half.
Get a foul off the ball there, the referee giving Barcelona the advantage.
And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. Now counter-attacking possibilities. Well, they promised much on the break, but ultimately delivered little.
Really pick most things up from the stadium. The one thing you won't get is just how much water that there is on the field of play. The ground staff were working right up to a couple of minutes before kick-off.
And Messi carries it forward. What's he going to do from this position?
Razor-sharp surface for the players.
Oh, genuine chance.
They've
gone and scored again. They're doing everything in their power to make sure they're not pegged back. So the current scoreline, 4-2.
There's the man to watch out for, the 23-year-old young star of the Getafe team.
Jan Bozdogan.
Actually up on loan from San
Showing a great defensive instinct. And he has options available. Threads it nicely. Well, it looked like it might lead to something very positive indeed, but a useful interception. Nice looking pass. Payor!
Rafinha.
Terrific piece of anticipation.
Rafinha, oh brilliant take. Magnificent run from Rafinha. It certainly looked like a foul.
Pedri.
Well, Barcelona regularly top the table in La Liga.
Well, that's how to put in a clean
Over
tackle.
the challenge. Barcelona top the table normally for goals scored in Spain. Getafe, season after season, top the table for the number of yellow cards shown. They've got a reputation.
Jan Bozdogan.
The game so far.
Well, this could be productive. And quick thinking defensively. Now breaking at pace. Potential danger.
The world's
Well,
best
didn't
player.
go to plan in the end.
The world's best player.
Find out tomorrow. Little flick from Lewandowski, tries to get a second stab at things. Jene
Can he
falls
find
out.
the right pass?
The referee.
Could
Big
get
word
themselves
was
back into
Lewandowski
it.
saying that he was
And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. Did well to clear it away.
Well, he was taking no risks there, was he?
That's a very impressive piece of defending.
Well, he claims he didn't leave anything on Abkan.
Well, the defending not the best here.
Hold on.
Well, they couldn't quite muster a real threat.
Challenge from Duarte.
Now, perhaps they can counter from here. Messi looking for the through ball. Spectacular.
That's all from school.
See what position he plays for Anton. He has been the line leader for Barcelona this season, but
and deciding to go short with this one.
Is in the team. He plays in the traditional number 9
In
role.
from the corner, can they take advantage of this one?
It's a short one.
A
second centre forward alongside
Well,
the great
plenty of
ball.
green space to run into. Nice looking move, this.
Thanks for that. Thomas turns into his man. Pedri. Emergency action taken again by Getafe. Such good vision from Pedri. Wonder if he might have been offside. Had the ball got to Ferran
yes!
Torres.
Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered
Good
the
challenge.
goal.
Nothing wrong with that.
So on with the
Afka.
game, and I'll tell you what, I'm not sure we could be entertained anymore.
Pedri.
Messi. He has teammates around him.
An achievement at the
Oh,
moment.
that's a really good run.
Get the ball over the halfway line. It's like a
And there it
training
breaks
ground
down, but
exercise.
credit to the defence.
Attack against defence.
Son. Now Messi. Can he score?
See
Oh,
how
good
narrow
technique in
Ferran
terms of
Torres
how he
is.
struck
Almost ran
it.
in behind Lewandowski along with Dani Olmo.
Jan Bozdogan.
Rafinha. That's a brilliant ball. Superb run as well. Olmo back in. Ferran Torres. A
Options in the
complete team
centre.
goal.
Well,
Ferran
it looks highly
Torres and the
promising,
shot
but he
Got
got
it.
nothing out of
quite
it.
stunning.
Able to skip past his man. This looks promising. Oh, genuine
Oh my
chance.
god.
Well, there you
Jesus
saw it.
Christ.
An equaliser
Dani
in
Olmo
the
making the
closing
run.
stages.
Number 10 position. Ferran Torres had drifted across from the left-hand side. Again, slightly deeper. Lovely ball played forward. The back heel from Dani Olmo.
So they get the ball
What a
rolling
good goal
again.
this is.
This has been a
Starting
terrific
with
contest
Rafinha.
to watch.
Down on the right-hand side. What a pass that
Ulises
is.
Garcia.
Here's the little back heel. First time finish. No chance for the goalkeeper. Soria. That is
Now with
Barcelona
Pedri.
at their best.
Upamecano.
A pure goal.
Time running out,
For
but they could
Barcelona.
yet win it. But quick
Undie
thinking
för
will come
telefon
through.
Insta.
Danger building.
Taking just 15 minutes.
Ulises Garcia.
Register the first goal of the game.
On to Messi. Well, they could break at pace. Must take the lead here. And they do. And with so little time left, that will surely be decisive. Astonishing drama.
Så okunniga.
Well, if we watch this again, it's a nice finish, isn't it? He keeps his composure and just curls it around the goalkeeper who can't do much about it.
That's twice the size
And they fashioned something. They need a goal.
Now can Getafe bounce straight back,
Will it
forcing
be?
Barcelona onto their heels.
Well, that's good
Pedri
defending.
digs in.
Well organised up the back.
I really stood firm there, didn't he?
Luis Milla.
Messi
Christensen. Pedri.
and Cascarino. How about the cross?
Torres.
Well, having been awarded the corner, they'll no doubt look to put the issue beyond all doubt. They take it short. Well, that wasn't a great challenge.
Sensible.
Minut kaç abi? Dur.
Someone we could get
And
that.
there it is, the final whistle, and the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles on
On
their
that occasion,
faces.
all he has to do
Well,
is
that
drop
was
off
such
and
a
give an
close
angle
game,
because Garcia
really
was going to
hard
get there
fought.
first.
It's difficult to
By
know which
coming out
way
his
that was
box,
going to go.
it could have been a
They showed
collision,
great
could have been a
belief to keep going
misunderstanding.
till the end, and they got the
Never
deserved
quite
winner.
understand that from the goalkeeper. Let the defender deal with it. You give an angle off at the back. At the end of the danger. 19. Problems for Jules Koundé. Been quite a turnover at Getafe. 7 free transfers, 3 players brought in on loan, and in the last 48 hours they've re-signed Alain Dion, who played for them last season, went on the free agent market. No club picked him up, so all the lads persuaded the chairman to give him a year contract, and he's a great pro, good man to have around. I don't remember his positions, he's on the bench tonight.
making the championship was fair that. Hurtling into the far post as well. Rico is upset that he didn't get that. But this is positive from Getafe. Good reaction to that early Barcelona goal. Torres, Lewandowski was bowled over away from the action. That's what I was talking about just before kickoff. They back three make a lot of challenges off the ball. Don't play their accidents, their legal blocks, but it's not always the case. Stoke wasn't manager Mark Roberts, who told me that he had a friendly game lined up against Getafe in the pre-season 2 summers ago. So it will not be friendly if it's Getafe. Post-match report was you were bang on. Certainly sharp these players, elbows and knees for the forthcoming season in England. Now the masters of the physicality play to their strengths. Interesting thing about that comment, you've got a pal. I say that, him may not. They say acquaintance, nuisance. Good day. Here's Jenny. Rico. So for that is a hoot from Diego Rico. Martin's header. Allowing a certain number of collisions to go, otherwise he'll be stopping the game every 20 or 30 seconds. He's just held his ground, Rico, nothing wrong with that. He came from a way away. Obviously we're coming in on the back about the UEFA week. It's a rare midweek round of games in Spain coming up. Madrid travel to face Levante on Tuesday. La Liga Clash coverage begins at 3 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. Good day. There again, you see Ferran Torres up alongside Lewandowski. Before the game, so you had no doubt that those two players could combine with each other. Oh, lovely bit of spin on the ball. Jenny comes across and tidies it up for Getafe. Lewandowski. Fanciful flip to Rafinha. Kept it in play, despite the screams from the attacking keeper and defenders. Eventually, the referee's assistant. Here's what they're saying. Quite clearly, he was way out, wasn't he? Yeah. He tried to volley the first one, but it was played over the top. Rafinha. So they're not going to play out from the back, are they? Getafe? It's old school, isn't it, from Bordalas? In the naughty corner. Marcus Rashford back in the shadows. After a lot of praise from Hansi Flick this week. Zero tolerance policy at Barcelona. Lateness will not be tolerated. Forcibly backed up by Ali Moreno in the studio before the game. I'm sure Alexis Nunez completely agreed. And he's got a Manchester United bias when it comes to Alexis and Marcus Rashford. Who's often played at Manchester United as well. Good day. Soria. Not one to dribbling the ball out of his area and taking on a striker. He's Jenny, who's a legend at this club. He's 297th appearance tonight, more than any other player in the top flight of Spanish football for Getafe. Also a fairly versatile player. City play at right back. The City player is a holding midfield player. Today he's playing as the left-sided centre-back in a back three. Together for 90 this evening. Last week they had to take him off at half-time. Complained of tiredness and actually a headache at the break in the game against Oviedo after travelling back from Africa representing his country Togo. Good day. Here is Pedri. Martin. Ferran Torres. Absolutely bristling with confidence. There's the commentator's curse. He gives the ball away.
Gerard Martin just needed to stand still there. He's in a nice bit of space. It's obvious where the pass was going to go.
Rafinha. Olmo. Pedri. Christensen. Has been the player of the season so far for Barcelona. Rafinha caught in possession. Bit of payback there from Rafinha. So had some harsh challenges already from Diego Rico. So they say get your retaliation in first.
Well, he's frustrated. He's lost possession. He races after the ball before the last one to the yellow card. Good one he's going to be given.
You called it, didn't you? Before the game, you said that niceties would go out of the window once we got the first whistle.
He's passed away there. There's two runners from deep, and Barry being one of them. And he just got the pass in. They would have been thrown goal.
Beyond Eric, you can't see it. Alcaraz, of course, picked up a knock against Newcastle in midweek, had to come off. Araujo is not always playing repeat games, so it's Christensen and Garcia, who were on the fringes last season, are the chosen defensive pair tonight.
It might have been the defensive pair against Rayo Vallecano when they didn't play particularly well. Offside one all wrong that night.
Play. Ferran Torres hit it blindly into the area, played it where he thought Lewandowski may be making his move. Rafinha, De Jong, Pedri. Olmo, Martin, Ferran Torres. Movement is from Barcelona. Dani Olmo. Great run. Pedri. Lewandowski's in there. Fraction away from the Barca second. He threw himself at the Barca veteran.
Lovely football. Ball played round the corner from Dani Olmo. Pedri made the forward run. That's what he's trying to do. Just get it across that 6-yard box. Lewandowski makes the right run as well. Just can't quite get there. Great football.
Lewandowski's age-defying, 37 years of age. Written off on a number of occasions. Responded last year. The incredible numbers, 42 goals for Barcelona in all competitions. He's now scoring goals at better rate than the early days of his career at Dortmund. He's now scored 103 for Barcelona, 151 at Dortmund. He's scored 103 in all of his games, but there's more matches there. Still has that insatiable hunger.
Once I think Pedri didn't quite see the pass early enough. Lewandowski was in open space. Once the ball played earlier, ran offside, then trying to get back just as the ball was then pushed forward.
Torres. Here's Koundé. Barcelona's speed to their play. That's what is demanded from Hansi Flick. So there has to be changes after the journey to the northeast of England. There's been 72 matches between the two games. This is where the pool of players is so important. Olmo.
Probably didn't quite get the right pass there, Dani Olmo.
So, Alabari to Louis Smith, two veterans in the centre of the field for Hetafe. Jenny. A little protection, shrugging his shoulders. Garcia. Rafinha. Rico stands his ground.
And ball given.
Umi. Take your pick. Handball or obstruction.
The yellow card to here. Rafinha, by the looks of it.
It's becoming a trend, isn't it? Everton were complaining in the English Premier League yesterday that one of their players was cautioned for taking a free kick too quickly. And now Rafinha is in trouble for that as well. And Hansi Flick clearly doesn't appreciate referees' interpretation of the laws of the game.
That's a strange one because Rafinha was telling the referee the two players, that was Frankie de Jong, the two attacking players were too close, so they couldn't take it. The referee got them back, and as they took it, Rafinha.
Henry. It's de Jong. Koundé. Rafinha. I think this could be one of the battles of the night, isn't it? Rico up against Rafinha in the ring together.
Rico is trying to get as tight as he can. Certainly not backing down from the situation. Dropping off.
Mati. Almost left. Soria goes to ground. Diego Rico. A good blocking job.
That's going to be a long throw here. Shall I say?
Well, last week against Oviedo, both of the goals came as a result of corners for Getafe. Luis Mir to deliver to one. Shots taking position in the centre. Referee trying to keep an eye on several little scuffles, but Barcelona handling well. Villa. Rico. No design on that pass. There is there. Little suspicious left side. Rafinha, they'll let him play on the then they'll pick the boat down again. As Ferran Torres hammers it home with the he knows that it may not stand or will it.
Jak to jest spadł.
Well, he wasn't waiting around for a flag, and he's convinced that he scored his second legitimately in the game.
Well, it started off with a really poor corner from Getafe. Easily dealt with by Barcelona. And the next ball's played forward, and he's in his own half. Rafinha, no problem there. And Torres, does he stay on side? I think he does, yes. And what a good finish. Looks like he's going to pass it into one corner and then just bends it into the other. That's a really top-class finish from a confident player.
Well, looking at a man on top of his game, as you can see from the shadows, Casper. And Thomas in time hits run perfectly. Rafinha was completely convinced that he started his run from his own half, but it takes as long to ascertain the goal is legal. Barcelona 2 up, 10 minutes before half time. All the season for Ferran Torres.
Well, again, crowd clapped that from the goalkeeper, but centre halves are going to get there first. Just back off.
Last week, Lewandowski, Rafinha and Fermin all scored 2 goals against Valencia. In midweek, also scoring 2 goals was Rashford against Newcastle United. And tonight, keeping up that pattern of doubles is Ferran Torres.
Interested to know if Rashford would have started today, but it been Ferran Torres that would have made way, or Lewandowski. Christensen taking one. Right. And here's the first goal. Lovely run from Dani Olmo. Clever flick as well. And a confident finish from Ferran Torres. Back across the goal. We might just get a fingertip to it. Barcelona at their best.